So, like back in the day, they used to have like the video vixens. It was a big thing. You got people like, what's her name?
Jada Fire?
No,
I knew
the
you were
one
gonna
you
try
did the thing
the
with.
chef thing with.
No, Melissa
Melissa Ford.
Ford. Buffy the Body, Superhead.
I know
all of them.
Superhead. Yes.
Anyway, long story short, like, do you feel like the video vixens of that time period are equivalent to?
There is no video vixens.
No, I know that's what I'm
Right.
saying. Do you think that they're equivalent to like the IG girls these days?
Well, yes, only one small equivalency. Back then, there was a lot of opportunities to be a quote unquote, because everybody called themselves some type of a model, and that name, the stigma of the supermodel part, and that supermodel of video vixen, they didn't like that because a lot of those women back then, to me, and all praise to them, that was a business to them. That was their livelihood. That's what they did, and they did it for business. They didn't do it because they were trying to sleep with a dude. They didn't do none of that.
So they were
didn't
more
do it to-
respected.
They were more right. They were more respected. It's just that even though they were more respected, you still had the quote unquote
Yeah.
people who couldn't even get to them were the ones that were calling it what
Thank you.
it was. Because a lot of those girls didn't. Now later on, when the money started drying out, they had to figure it out. So those are the ones that really brought the whole business down. Now, for instance, I say it like this. I shouldn't even say that.
Say it, say it, say it, say,
So I dated one of
say
the
it.
biggest ones.
hmm
I dated Angelo Love
Oh, okay.
for like 3 years.
Okay.
Um, and to be honest, I liked it a lot. But again, she may have liked me, but I was older, and it didn't work out in the end. So she wound up actually having a baby, and I think she might have married the guy she's with now, which is probably a way more better fit than I would have been because I was more of like the Russell Simmons, I'm moving and shaking. She wanted to be in rap and all that stuff like that. But I gave it to her. Like I said, she looked everything as business or whatever. And like I said, you always get a bad rap. And then, for instance, if I date you, right, it's like, and it doesn't work out, and then you're in that world, so you're going to somebody else of stature is going to date you too. Then after a while, you get even more of a bad rap because you feel like you're getting around,
Like an industry
but you're not getting
person.
around.
Yeah.
You just
The people that you're dating
You're
are
dating
known.
your circle.
That's
you
around
ain't coming
you.
to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was the biggest, baddest thing ever.
Mhm.
So, I hate that she and all these girls, those women get that bad rap because it wasn't like that. Now, some of them, yes. Some of them is gonna do what they gotta do because there was some times where some of them get offered to go to them islands, for this photo shoot, this magical photo shoot.
Well, that's when they go looking
Right.
for it.
It's magical photo shoot.
But today's girl is different too because you get a couple of 100,000 followers and all of a sudden you're flying around the world. But I ain't never seen a dude with you.
But it's half and half. But it's half and half. But it's half and half because some of the girls are making millions from OnlyFans. I know that's a bad example, but that's one example. And then a lot of people are getting like brand deals from like you got Fashion Novas, you got makeup deals, you got a lot of people that started off being like doing their little sexy shit because it was a startup kit.
Once your
It's a
Instagram
startup
looks
kit.
fit and you got a lot of followers,
If
you
you
can
are-
get brand deals from
right.
anybody.
And if you're
Fashion
productive
Nova just
enough,
be
like if
handing
you
them
can wake
out.
up and be committed to the internet, you can actually make money. But the thing is, all women are now trying to be a part of that. So
And there's
it
only
just
this much space for
right.
it.
And so everybody is not making the money, but everybody wants to do it.
But
Go
let me
ahead.
ask you something there, and I'm glad you said that, and not that it's my show, it's your show, but I want to ask you a question. So then you get all that, and you have that. So that you made $1 million, whatever. You want to get with a guy that made, $3 billion, and then you want him to shower you and do all that. But see, a guy like us, we want you to come to the table and be like, yo, hey, listen, we're gonna put this together, we're gonna this, and then don't flip, out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I tell you a true story. I remember back to Angel for a second, real quick, because I wanted to say I should have said this. I wasn't gonna say it, but I should say this real quick. I remember one time we went to a party. And she was hanging with Kilo Kim or whatever. I was kind of hanging around with all my guys. We was back and forth running around, right? She became separate. So we left together, went home, went to sleep. She was leaving the next day. We wake up. It was I want to say Lipstick Alley or whatever the
Mm-hmm.
blog things was back then. It said she went home with Puffy. I'm like, do I look like Puffy?
Right.
A little bit. I'm joking.
And we sitting there, her phone's blowing up, my
Mhm.
phone blowing up. Yo, I told you she's a this.
Mhm.
I told you you should be.
Mhm.
I'm like, did you get up in the middle of the night? After a while, I'm starting to think she got up in the middle of the night.
Right.
Oh, because she was with you.
Crazy.
So that's why this social media and all we talking about
scary.
right now is scary because it starts to your confidence. It starts to turn, make you
Mhm.
start thinking, yo. That's why I try to stay off of that. At least whoever I'm dealing with. Like
So-
I'll be in a club and I'll take pictures of a girl. I'll post this, whatever. But you're not gonna know who I'm.
So did you and that?
down for.
Did you and the girl that you were with for 3 years? Did y'all ever do any business together? So because it sounds like you're saying women don't be wanting to do business or
Right.
they don't have nothing to bring to the table.
That's true. They don't want to do now.
Have you ever invested in a woman to do business?
Yes, of course. Every
Was it
woman I ever
successful?
had,
Because-
I always
because-
do.
My mentality when I was younger and I dated someone who was of a certain level, that is like, okay, if I'm gonna be dealing with somebody who has this much success or knowledge, my goal is to be like, all right, we're in a
that was
good
it.
relationship.
That was it.
My
Keyword, you
goal.
said my goal.
My
It's
goal.
not my goal.
It's
It's
my goal.
You said that.
yeah, I said my goal. You're right.
It's my
You're right.
goal.
My goal is for us to be able to be business partners, basically, because I don't have the knowledge, you have the knowledge. So why can we not be a partnership?
Well, you would be a
that's
worker, not
always-
a partner.
No, but that's not true. Because if I have a business opportunity that can get us both money and we're in a relationship together, why is it that? Because I've had that experience before where it's like, okay, you say that you want me to be a successful woman, but you're not. If you have the knowledge and the resources, why do you just not want to
Well, half
help
the
point me
time-
in the right direction?
Half the time,
Why
the
wouldn't you
woman's
want to
not
point your
gonna
woman in the
This is
right
cra-
direction?
This is crazy.
But why wouldn't you want to point your woman in the right direction if y'all are dating?
Let's ask Jay.
Listen, I've always done that. Like
Okay.
you wouldn't like go back to her, the old girl. I helped her with everything I could when she wanted to be a rapper.
Mhm.
Anything I could do. You know what I'm saying?
Was
What I
she
can do.
also
My,
helping
my
herself?
girlfriend before that was a woman named Marvette Brito, one of the biggest publicists, had everybody still to this day, powerful. And when I say when she walk in a room, everybody shut the fuck up. Everybody's like on tension. Everybody's on level because she commanded like a dude. So I've always been into powerful women. If you not popping powerful, I ain't talking about just because you got a body and whatever. You got to be powerful in mind, powerful in spirit. Because
Right.
if something happened where my stuff falls, I need you to better pick up. But what
Mhm.
happens
Right.
today is with the women today is if something falls and I make a bad move, then you gone.
No, but if you have the
That
right
next dude-
partner, that's
And
not how
right,
it
but then That's
goes.
hard. Right. If
If.
was a split, we all be high.
No, but the thing is, take accountability for the fact that you just said you went to the club and you bringing back the bozo and the bozo taking a picture with your ball, and then you're mad about the fact that you're not meeting the girl that's able to
No.
step up and do what
No,
the fuck she
listen.
got to do as a woman. So you're blaming it on
Again.
the choices of people. You're picking the
Again,
bitch that got the
no,
little
no,
butt
No, you made it.
and the education.
Jada, wait, hold on. Let me.
No,
I'm about to-
So what was wrong with the
Let
publisher?
me defend myself. What I said was,
Who
in that
understood
case
that?
of going home, was just a random. That wasn't something that I was going. I'm thinking, yo, maybe have a future with her. No,
Okay,
I
the
have a
publisher,
future
what
with her.
happened?
The rapper and the publisher.
No, the
What happened to
rapper-
rap
That's
publisher?
different.
Huh? Things just happen. Like sometimes it just
Let him
doesn't
finish.
work. That's life. I ain't mad at that.
Right.
Jay, let me ask you a question, right? Because I was never in that position, right? I don't think I will try to be in that position. Out of every girl that you've dated and tried to help out with whatever business endeavors that they wanted and had, how many of them succeeded in that business? Or like, what's the ratio or percentage, I should say?
All of them except one.
Now what?
I'm sure that ain't what you wanted.
Now
to
what?
I thought
It ain't what he wanted to hear, and that's the problem.
I thought like the rapper one was the only one that didn't make it.
No, the rapper made it.
Oh, she did? Oh, all right. All right.
Hmm.
She made it because of you?
It don't. That's the.
No, because sometimes it's not
I smell- I was
necessarily.
just curious.
Sometimes it's more of your influence and your drive. Because sometimes it's not about money, and I think that everybody today people today just treat everything about money. What's the bag? What's the bag? I gotta get the bag. It's not like,
We're annoying.
for instance, I have other companies that I may own a smaller percentage of it. I may not own the whole, the majority of it. Why? Because I had to do strategic relationships to get the thing moving. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about the bag. The bag's it's gonna come. It's about the relationship.
You put the battery in the back.
Yeah.
So do you think that the women that were successful with you, with your, you guys being together, the women that you helped and were successful, you don't think that you guys could have done it, like continue to work together, or like, do you feel like whatever you gave them is what made them successful? And because I don't like the feeling of like women never have anything to bring to the table. Like it's like women do have things to bring to the table. And I remember that I've dated people that I know had like knowledge and things, not even just knowledge, but that I'm a good woman, and that I'm a person that's there for you and has your back, and you tell me you believe in me, but at the same time, you're doing you, and I'm just wasting my time because I'm not able to. No, I'm just saying I'm wasting my time because I have things that I can be doing, and you have ways that you can be helpful in the situation, but you choose not to be.
Notepads. I can write these things down before.
There's 2 of them, right?
If you can be,
There's 2 of them.
but if you can be helped, but what's the problem? No, I need to know what's the problem with that. If you know that you can now put and be a team and go hard together, then why are you not doing it? That's weird.
There's Jada. I don't know if I want to clarify or like tell you that like what you said was sort of like, all right, I got the tools, I got this going on, I got this going on, but I can't make no moves without you, which isn't really bringing anything.
I don't think
to
that's what
the-
she said.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
She kind of
I have certain things that I like, because with me, I'm going to get to it regardless. But if you already know, if I can skip some steps with you, and I'm the person that's sleeping with you, and I'm the person that's in your space all the time, and you care for me and I care for you, why can't we work together?
Can I give y'all an example? I'll give you a perfect example.
I don't understand.
Let's just say that y'all know what my husband does, right?
Mhm.
Let's say
You got to
He's
tell the
in-
people every chance you get.
I'm telling them. I don't want, them weirdos is on there like trying to tag my husband and stuff,
Mhm.
and I have to air him out, so I don't want nobody doing that. But
Right.
anyway, like my husband is in franchising, and so let's just say I got a lash line and I do lashes or whatever, right? And I was like, yo, I want to open up a business. I got my money saved up to open this lash boutique or whatever, and he's a franchise executive, has X amount of years of franchise experience. Like for him not to be like, yeah, sure, I'll help you out. Let's just franchise it. Don't open up just one little store. Let's make it a franchise. Hell, you can franchise an idea. You don't even have to have a brick and mortar or anything. It could literally be an idea. You get your FDD and you can franchise an idea with no proven concept. It's crazy. But for somebody to be with me and I got my money, I'm smart enough to do it. I can make the moves. I got what I need to do. But for you to not be like, hey, let me show you how to franchise this. Let me show you how to make this bigger than your one shop.
And that
Let me show you
happens so much with men and women in relationships. I swear on everything. That happens way too often. You have a lot of women who are good women who are in relationships with men. And it's not that you want to use the man. It's not like you want to take from the man. But if you have something that we can work on together and build something that we have a foundation together, why not invest that in me? We're investing time already. Why not build me up as a woman and make me be your partner? Because no matter what, I'm going to have your back. And they say when you find a wife, you find a good thing.
Okay, hold on.
So
Can I be devil's advocate real quick, and it's a fine line. Jada, I think like you don't see the other side of the thing, right? With what Aaron is saying, what you're saying, for people like you and Aaron who are about that life and willing to do the work and really grind, there's about 10,000 who are just like, I have an idea. Yeah, no.
1 million.
right. But at least
1
he's had some
million.
successful
I
And I
Can
ones.
you
just need
imagine?
$1 million.
Can you
to open
imagine
this
like a
lemonade
guy
stand.
who
What?
Right.
To make no sense.
No, I get that. But at least he has some success stories with the women who were able
I
to
know, but what
make
happened?
something happen.
Oh,
exactly.
Almost all.
Except for
Almost all.
one.
And I'll tell you the
And
story
if
about
every
the
man
one.
and if every man is able to at least work with the women that they're with, because that is what you're supposed to do in a partnership, he's had some success. Why can't It be like that.
I think that, and I'm not going to speak for him, but I think that most men that decide to invest in their woman sees what their woman is doing and capable of already. And I already know she's capable of achieving this.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing as somebody investing into a business. It's not just an idea. I think too many times
gotta have a
we
business.
think that people,
Yeah.
you know, are gonna invest in the idea. Nah, the idea has been around 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
How have you found a way to implement your idea, and are you already working on it? If I see that you're going to make this work with or without me, I'm gonna make sure you make it work with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if I see that you are just throwing this up in the air and you just waiting for a handout, you just lollygagging through life, why am I going to be the one to actually invest into it because your heart ain't in it?
I get that.
Actually,
That is
I
what
agree with
that
that.
is
agree-
what
I
that
agree-
sounded
I
like.
agree-
I'm
I
not gonna
agree.
lie. That's what that sounded like. And I was also thinking that he has to make sure that this girl is worth it, because I think one of you also said something like, if I'm the one you're sleeping with, and it's just like, that's where you got it fucked up. Just because I'm sleeping with you doesn't mean that you have earned or deserved
Entitled. I wasn't saying that at all.
the money that
It was that was just one of the we weren't saying that. No, I wasn't. I said that, but I wasn't saying that was not the biggest part. Like if I'm giving you coochie, you got to. And when I said investing, I wasn't talking about just monetary. If you're a person that's in the industry, if you're a person that has connections, if you're a person that networks and is outside making relationships, then you should be able to put me on game, and it doesn't have to be monetary. Put me in position, because if you put me in that position, just like Beyonce said, I'm gonna close the deal. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. It just goes back to me saying dating someone who either matches your hustle and matches your grind and isn't gonna hold you back. It's literally the same thing I'm saying. I just don't want to be with somebody that I know I can either progress, or we just gotta I don't want to deal with someone who is like, if you have the connections and you're not trying to work with me and be a partner, then where are we gonna go in the future? So it's kind of like that. I just want to be with someone who's like-minded in that kind of way.
Well, let me say something real quick. So I think that it boils down to need and want. If I'm talking to you and you talking about all this need. Where's the want of me?
Wait. Say it one
I
more
think
time.
that's different though. That's
No,
different.
Y'all know,
No,
y'all know what I say all the
We're
time.
intertwining the
I'ma
wrong
tell you-
thing.
A guy that's well to do is gonna have a certain sensibility that's really torn and messed up and twisted. So you almost got to be a psychologist, the woman, and if no matter what you do, like that's why I try to only deal with women. My last girl was not really my girl, was my girl, but wasn't really my girl. Whatever, however the relationship we had, shit, she's 20 million liquid, and like she could do what the hell she wanted to do when she wanted to do it, but it didn't necessarily work because she had all this money. So then there was no
Need for you.
need, there was no want, there was no nothing. It was just you were just there. So as a man, I'm fighting for whatever. So it's all about how you with your man. Do you have to have a balance between need and want. But when you come with straight need, because I'm sleeping with you, I need, and if we're doing this, I need. Versus well, what do you want to do? Well, what are you doing, babe? How can I help you? How can I get involved with you doing? And then as you start dealing with him, I start doing co-mingling your lives and what y'all doing. And then you go, well, you know what? I know that's what you do. Yo, I just saw this crazy idea. I just heard this crazy idea to do whatever. Really? Wow. Oh, plug me in. And all of a sudden you brought it in and now y'all together. But you got to either work with him or he got to work. Y'all got to work together. I remember sitting down with the last girl, right? I sat there and
20 mil.
20 mil girl, and she made 20 mil for real estate. So, and a lot of people died in the family, left money, whatever. So I'm sitting there explaining business, and I had to literally take out little pieces of paper and go, okay, well, and she's just thinking, oh, why could you do this? Never had a job in her life. So,
Facts.
and now, so one day she calls me and is like, oh, well, I got an idea to do something. Give me the mayor's number. Give you the mayor's number? Can't do that.
Yep.
Now she mad at me. Burnt. What are you talking about? Why you just can't give it to me? And I'm like, yo, that's just not how business works. I can't just hand it off. So again, there's a fear sometimes with the woman, even though you want to help her. You don't want to lose your money.
That's a teachable moment though,
Mhm.
you know, because if she yeah, cool. Yeah, she has 20 mil, but she clearly doesn't understand how relationships work. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm gonna be honest. That's a lesson you could have taught her while also being like, yeah, I want to help you, but you're not ready for the mayor's number.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's a leader.
but
that's
that's
No,
that's
but
the
then
thing.
you could do that to your purple, and she still.
Yeah, and you
I don't
wrong.
know.
You still
You're
wrong.
still wrong.
Cause I'm not ready. That's where it becomes.
You're
I'm
wrong,
not
now she
ready.
holding
You
out.
doing me. You don't believe in me. It turns from one
No, no,
extreme
but
to a
no,
next.
that's not what I'm saying. What literally based on the facts that you just said, hey, 20 mil lady, the problem is you just said, yo, give me the mayor's number. You don't know my relationship with him. You don't know how many years my family has spent, like, between us, like having this relationship. I'm not just gonna hand you a number. And I think this is something that you should learn as you're trying to make moves in business. So that's why I was saying it's a lesson she needs to learn. And once she learns the lesson, then maybe she can be introduced to the mayor.
And that's why
Then maybe she
mindset.
can have an email introduction or or we're out at an event. Hey, let me introduce you to so and
I
so.
think that's a different conversation, right?
And the mindset is important too. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go, please.
But for example, I'm sorry. Don't be laughing at me, Rico. I'm
your
sorry.
show. I can't-
No, because you're a guest. But I'm just saying it's it's different mindsets. So that's a woman who
don't know.
That doesn't know. So for example, like you were saying, if I'm in a relationship with a man who's doing something specific, say he cuts wood really good. Hey babe, let's start bundling this up and start selling it because we have all of it. Like you have something that you're good at. Let's do it. I'm not saying just for myself, but let's work together. And there's too many people that don't want to work together. They're selfish in a relationship and it needs to be more like togetherness. That's all I'm really saying. It doesn't have to be just you investing in me that way.
I don't want to take this topic and go all the way too far left. But I think there has to be a sense of understanding that nobody in business or life wants to lose their investment.
Absolutely.
So if I
still down 1,000 cents, regardless what it is. You're right. Sorry.
So if I'm gonna invest into this girl, I still have to invest with this woman, knowing that there's a possibility I can lose my investment, right? So that means that, honestly speaking, he don't feel that secure in your stay. If I know you staying and if I know I can protect my investment, if I have a lot of control over my investment, and I hate to say that, just in that light, I'm more inclined to put more into it. So there's a whole other psyche of the man that you have to understand that is not investing into you or your dream or your craft. If we're going to say that it's not your work ethic and your results that you've been able to provide over the time that he's known you, he might not feel secure enough with your stay.
How does he so to build on to that, like how does he get to that point?
Well, it's either two. She comes in with that.
Mm-hmm.
If she comes in the door and she has 5 I don't know, hair salons, all right. Or in her instance, if you came in and you do real estate and I got some extra money, what she should have said is, yo, listen, I caught a great deal. Let's go in on it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do that. You just wanted me to, you know what I mean?
What's Eric number?
Right.
Right.
And that's just not how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, we never connected to be able to connect. So it just didn't work out.
Which makes sense. So what I'm taking from that is it was always an I, but expecting a team player.
Right.
So it's like you want me to help you, but there's no reciprocation.
Right. Like, you can't just say, and a lot of times back in our days, I go back and it was like they used to call it what's the word I'm looking for? No. That's that too, but not that. When you pillow talk,
Mhm.
Mhm.
you know, I think there's some show called that shit, whatever.
Oh,
Long
yeah,
story short,
podcast.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
It's pillow talk, and you sitting there, and the woman, your girl, whoever's laying in your bed, she would sit there and you talk, and then all of a sudden, then that girl would go talk to somebody else,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden, your shit would be out, and he's like, "What the fuck happened?"
Mhm.
You know, so men just stop that shit totally. You don't sit there, and I think that just stopped how relationships flow, because everything's renaissance. It just goes from
Yeah.
round and round and round and round. what you doing today, I did before that. My people did before that. People did before that. It just changes, slightly. You know what I'm saying? So now it's not like say pillow talk. It's putting it on Facebook, writing it all
Yeah.
out. What happened? I'm
Right.
like, now it's really bad.
It's pillow tweet.
Right. Right.
Right. So but again, it also it depends on the man you're dealing with based off what he was saying. If you go up to a man and I don't know, let's say you're 30 and he's 50, 55, 54, because that he's at that age you established. You know what I mean? Not really at 20, unless you're a rapper, of course, or athlete, then you're gonna have some money like that. But it's really hard to have a business and you got shit popping like that at 20, 22, 23, 24. Like that's almost impossible. And if you find it's rare. But you happen to meet someone that's older, he's gonna have a different set of values, different set of thinking.
Mhm.
So you're coming as a pretty, sexy, and he's like, because he ain't had that in years, because his, he dealing with the aunties. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. He's dealing with the aunties,
Yeah.
and now he sees some, young. He's like, all right, and you're like, babe, if I just help me with some business, right? That's side chicks.
But you've done it successfully.
right, uncle.
You literally
That's what you
successfully
do.
did it. Like that's the point that you
Right, but then we
successfully
have
did
to-
it.
Right, but we have to have the confidence in that because again, I'll do that, and then as soon as you get on, you went off to the next dude.
No, it's not that they
Or
went
you
on.
went
Maybe,
backwards to the dude that you went to high school with.
but also why you married?
Married, no kids.
All right, guys, that was
Wait, no kids either?
No kids.
Did you want to have kids?
No kids out of wedlock.
So what is? It's
Respect
giving
it.
you the problem,
Very
Jay.
Very principled.
So you've been in these pretty successful relationships. You've helped plenty of women. I mean, a good amount of women. You've met. Being in the industry does that affect you being able to find a good woman or a woman that you felt like you wanted to marry, or you just never cared to marry, or what was it?
I used to call it fishing in dirty water.
Oh my
You
goodness!
can get shrimp.
Not that face, Rico.
allergic to
Rico.
shrimp.
And
I'm
lobster.
allergic to
Not
shrimp.
that face,
I'm allergic to
Rico.
shrimp.
You can get shrimp, crawfish.
I
I'm allergic
cannot
to
do
that.
this. I really cannot do this, y'all. This is hilarious. Fishing in dirty water. Like, this is
I mean, you know they say
crazy.
it's piss in the dating pool.
And what's
Is that what
what's
the industry
what's that
is?
fish that's dirty that tastes good?
Tilapia?
no,
Uh-huh.
catfish.
Somebody
Catfish
just
is
died off of
dirty?
that.
Damn.
Right. Cat's supposed to be dirty
Catfish.
than tilapia.
Oh, baby, I love me a fried piece of catfish though.
So what's the dirty pond? The industry or
I mean, again, it's all tainted. Like, one either got the girls like, oh, what the hell?
This a Tiffany basketball.
Right.
You got that, or you have the one that, like, you almost
Entitled?
want someone, entitled one,
Mhm.
or she's because she's pretty and she's whatever, and you're just supposed to, and let's go to this restaurant. Spell the restaurant.
but this is my thing. There's so many other categories of women. Why do you guys keep going in those? Because those are the
Because
same
you dirty
too.
water. If
Get
I-
out that pond.
okay,
Go to the
listen,
sea.
If I'm in Jersey, I'm dealing with Jersey in.
No.
I'm saying.
Is that what they're called?
Jerseyans, yeah.
Oh,
I
really?
guess
Yeah.
if I just made that up, I'm not sure.
It's
This
actually
isn't
pretty
true.
accurate.
Can
No, okay,
I know
so
you
wait.
OG.
Right. So it's where you go, who you around. Like that's what happens. It's you're a product of your environment and who you deal with. You're only gonna have what you have in front of you. So you have to you choose from them, or if now you have the DMs and all that stuff. I'm like, yo, half the time I look at a picture, I'm like, who is this? Like you, cause with all the filters and stuff, you see him in real life, you're like,
I think that maybe all the waters are dirty, and it's realistically
true.
like
We're all human.
You
it's
gotta
like,
wash it off.
but it's like
Soak it in salt.
the worst.
Water ever really that?
Yeah.
lie.
Hold up, but the worst. That's just
Yeah,
crazy.
Right.
But the worst part is like when you're somebody who has experienced a certain level of success, you know what the other pond looks like. And so like a lot of times I think we'll go ahead and settle with the dirty waters that we're in because we don't know what the other side is like, and we obviously feel like we're incapable of the other side. So we settle, right? But now if you're somebody who can bounce from pool to pool and you know that it's all filthy, you might not just want to be dirty. You might just play around with this pool, you play around with that pool, but you're never going to commit to either one of them because you know the truths of both of them. It's like, would you rather have a a hungry stray that you can never trust, or would you rather have a boring bird?
Boring
Pick your
bird.
poison.
Boring bird.
A boring bird, right?
Why does that? I can't say
A
that.
don't even
boring
know.
bird.
Boring bird.
They do no tricks. They just sit in the cage and you walk past them every
My
day.
answer is neither. I'll just be about say. I don't listen. I don't need that. I don't need neither. I'm gonna cook them.
I tell you,
They both gonna taste delicious.
Right. I think honestly, you've been having a good ass time. You've been living your life.
Diagnosing.
I'm just saying, I just feel like he was just having a good time, and there is a pond. There's a pond, there's a lake, there's something, and I just think
it's like a mermaid. Have you seen one?
You know what? I'm gonna define it a little more and make it a realistic situation.
mhm,
Say tonight I'm going to hang out with my guy, his wife's birthday, somewhere in Jersey. I don't know. Right? He may have some women there,
mhm.
right? And he might introduce me to somebody. I mean, okay, fine, whatever, right? Say he doesn't have any. Say there's nobody there, right? I don't like, right? I don't like anybody there. I'm just sitting there. We'll have a good time. So tomorrow I'll wake up. It's Friday, and I'll go out. I'll go to my lounge. I'll have a cigar, relax, chill, and then I'll say, you know what? I'll go to jazz bar, or I'll go to a club, or I'll go to a lounge, or I'll go to a restaurant. Now, in between those four places, it's draw of my luck that I'll see someone to meet. Cause I'm not one to be, yo, how you doing? What's your name? What's your zodiac sign? Like I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not doing all that. I have a certain thing about me. You know what I mean? So I meet people by interaction or by I was introduced, and that's it. Maybe because I'm an older elder statesman. But me walking in a spot,
No,
I
me
see
too.
a
I'm
bunch
like
of
that.
women at the table. Now, if I see a bunch of women at the table, the average dude that's out there really, he going out there and he gonna pay for all the girls at the table to try to get one. I'm not gonna do that.
No.
Now, so I'm not,
How they be?
it's the circumstances that you're in. And again, there aren't any places that, again, I'm older. So what I like or what I'm gonna like, classy, this, I'm not gonna see it often, per se. I'm not gonna see what I wanted, what I used to like 20 years ago. Because it doesn't exist anymore.
Damn.
So probably really, if I'm thinking about it myself, and maybe this is some, therapy shit. Maybe today, everything happens for a reason. I either gotta go with the times, or I just gotta sit back and wait till that 10 years happen again, and then I like what I like.